Hello guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Kobe and this is SkyTech Digital. Now in this video I'm going to show you how you can be able to design this beautiful school or university website over here. So I'm going to take you through everything step by step, and then you at the end of this tutorial you'll be able to learn how you can be able to create every page and also create everything as you see over here. All what you need is domain name and then hosting, and then you can be able to create this thing for free. So let's get into it. Now first of all, what I want to do is I want to show you around how the website looks like, and then if you're okay with it, you think you want to learn how to create it, then you go ahead and then you follow along. So this is the home page of the website. This is how it looks like from the header to the footer. This is how it looks like. So this is the header over here. We have the top header, and then we also have the middle row header over here. Now on the top header you have the school address and then the email address over here, and then on this side also we have social media icons that you can be able to place on the website. Now also the logo, you can place your school logo, university logo over here, and then also all the all the other menu or the other pages are also over here. So these are all menu items over here. So we have this primary menu located over here, and then we have this button over here for application. Now as you can see over here, the header is sticky, meaning that if we scroll it becomes what? It becomes sticky. I'll show you how you can be able to do all these things. Now on the the hero section over here, what we have is we have a slider, image slider over here. I'll show you how you can be able to use Elementor to create all these things. And then when you come over here, we have this for kind of like an image box over here. So these are all image boxes. I'll show you where you can be able to download nice icons to use for your website. So this is undergraduate program, this is a postgraduate program, these are online programs, and this is the campus live. So I'll show you how you can be able to create these beautiful buttons also, so that your website becomes interactive and nice. Now if you scroll down over here, we also have this kind of like an small about us section over here. You can be able to use it on your website. So we have the 2 column over here, the left side displaying just heading text, and then this side also have a heading normal text, and then also some buttons also over here. Now when you come to the next section also over here, we have some top programs and other stuff that you can be able to showcase on the website. So as you can see, we have Bachelor of Business Administration, BBA, we have computer science, we have arts and communication, we have MBA, online MBA also over here, that you can be able to anything that you want to showcase over here. I'll show you how you can be able to do that with beautiful icons and other stuff. Now when you come down to the next section, it talks about why choose us. Okay, so on this section also you can be able to have a very nice way of displaying your why choose us. So as you can see, I'll show you how you can be able to create this beautiful section also over here. Now when you scroll down, we also have testimonials. You can be able to display testimonials from students, teachers, or anybody, parents, anybody over here. Okay, now when you scroll down also, you go to this section. This section is just the news and events kind of update section. So you will be able to display some news and events also over here. And then we have a call to action also over here. And then the last one is our footer, beautiful design footer also over here. So this is the home page of the website, and the about page, the all other pages also look similar like this one. I'll show you all these pages and how you can be able to also design all these pages also. Alright guys, so let's take a look at how the about page looks like. So we're gonna go to the about page, and then we're going to take a look at how the about page also looks like. So this is the about page, as you can see, neatly designed with all counters and everything over here, with the chancellor also over here, and then we also have some professors also in the school listed also over here, and then we have a call to action over here and our footer. So this is roughly about how the about page looks like. Now let's go to academics also over here. With the academics also, we have a program reviews of some undergraduate and then postgraduate programs also over here, and then we have some faculty members also listed over here, and then some research works that the school does will also be displayed over here, and then some of the student innovation and other stuff. It depends on how you guys will be able to list them. So some of the images and other stuff, these are all academics. Okay, and then we have a call to action, which is telling you to download the course catalog. Now we also have undergraduate also over here. We have postgraduate, and then we have online learning. So if you take a look at how the undergraduate programs looks like, so this is the undergraduate programs page. We have some featured courses also over here, and then we have apply to the school, and then we also go to the next one, which also takes the same shape, that is the postgraduate, and then we have some apply or call to action also over here, and then we have the online learning also over here, some of the online learning popular courses for online learning and that stuff, and then you can go ahead and then also apply. So these are all the academics pages, which is under the academics. Now we go to admissions also over here. Now with this also, we look at how we can be able to the school admit people, okay, into students into the school. So this is the admission section. So as you can see, they have you have to complete application form, submit academic transcript, and then you also have provide proof of English proficiency, and then you write personal statement, and then you pay admission fee, and that is it. So you can go ahead and then apply for it if you want to. And then some requirements are over here for undergraduate, postgraduate, and then also the application deadlines. And then we also have scholarship and financial aids also over here, and then we have call to action over here. So this is what academics page and admissions page, sorry. And then we go to campus life. So over here, what it's just trying to say is how students life on campus is all about. So as you can see, we display some images of how the campus really looks like. So creating unforgettable experiences, how students are treated in the school, what they eat, what they do, and other stuff. Okay, so you can display some virtual 360 interactive campus map over here, but in this case we did a video over here. So this is what a video, you can display your own school video also over here. And then when you come over here, we have clubs and organizations. You can find clubs and organizations also over here, and then sports and recreation. Okay, so also over here. So these are all campus life, what students does on campus. And then we go to news and events. So there are school news about the what is going on in the school, and then events, some of the events and other stuff that you can be able to find. So news, you can be able to go to check out the latest news also over here, some of the latest news. And then when we come to events also, you can also go ahead and then see some of the upcoming events of the school. I'll show you how you can be able to get all these things done. And then we also have contact page. So with a contact page, this is how it looks like, very simple, with a contact form over here, and then also with contact details over here, and then address also over here, very, very simple. And then social media icons also over here. And then we have this button which says apply now. Now this apply now really takes you to the online application form over here, where students can be able to quickly submit application using this form over here. I'll show you how you can be able to integrate this online application over here. And then when they get accepted, the school have to give them some certain requirements for them to provide to the school and other stuff. So this is just like a quick review for the school to select who they want to select before they really let them fill the raw application form. You can also decide to let students download or buy application form depending on how you want to do it. Okay, so basically that is how the website really looks like. So it is very simple website, university website, which every university can be able to use it because they have all the functions of the university website, and that is it. So this is what we are going to create, and if you are interested in it, please tag along. Let's learn how to design this particular website as you see over here. Alright guys, so to be able to create this beautiful website you see over here, now we need to do certain things. We need to make sure that we have domain name and then we have hosting. I'm going to introduce to you two main places that you can be able to get domain name and hosting. Now the first one is just open a new tab over here and type in kitechdigital.com/namecheap. So /namecheap over here. Okay, just type in this one and it's going to take you to this particular website, which is Namecheap website. So make sure that you verify that you are human, and then it will just take you over there straight away. So just verify, and then you're going to come over here to this particular website that you see over here. Now over here you can get cheap domain names and hosting over here. So you can go ahead and look for shared hosting to host your website. Now hosting really means a place that you store your files, your website files, and folders. And then also the domain name is just the address of your website. So www.kitechdigital.com, you need to purchase it, and that is where you can be able to get. Now, another website you can also get domain name is TechUp Hosting. So you can go to techuphosting.com, okay, over here, and then you can be able to get cheap domain names and hosting also over there. Now over here, if you're in Ghana, you can be able to use how do you call it, mobile money and other stuff to be able to purchase it over here. So over here also you can get your domain name, search your domain name over here. You can get web hostings also over here, and that is the places. Now after you get your domain name and hosting, you have to install WordPress on your domain name and hosting. Now I'll leave a video in the description because I've done countless videos of how you can be able to install WordPress on your hosting. I will leave a link in the description for you, and then you can be able to go through those steps to be able to install your WordPress. Now when you install WordPress, now because of time and other stuff, I don't want to make the video long. That is why I'm cutting all those places off so that you can be able to go ahead and then do it yourself. Now when you install WordPress, this is how you're gonna get. Okay, you log into your website over here, the dashboard of the admin side of the website, and this is what you're gonna get. And as you can see, we have completely new website over here with nothing on it. Okay, so this is where we're going to basically create our website, or our how do you call it, our university website. Now the university that we're going to create is called Grand Sphere University. Now if you want to get this particular template, if you don't want to follow along and you want to get a template, you can go to templateseller.com. that particular template is there and you can be able to get it. This is the template over here. You can go ahead and then check the details of the template and go ahead to get it and then install it on your website. Now when you have the template and then you want to install it on your website, it's very simple. You go to appearance over here, go to themes over here, and then we're going to install a new theme. So we will install a new theme which is called the Kadence theme. So because the website was built using Kadence, we're going to search for Kadence. Okay, we'll search for Kadence and we will install this particular theme over here. And once we install the theme, we will not activate it because we're going to install a child theme that will let us get this whole template over here. So what we are going to do is we click on upload. So like I told you, just install it, do not activate it. So if you come to the theme section over here, you're going to see that it is over here, but it is not active. Okay, so we want to install the child theme. So once you get the template from here, you're going to get a child theme, and that is what you're going to use. So click on add theme over here and then click on upload. So you're going to upload your child theme over here. So I already have the child theme. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go ahead and locate the child theme, and then I'm going to use. So this is the child theme that I'm using. I want to use. So all what I need to do is to just drag it over here, and as you can see, we have it. You can decide to click to choose, but I just decided to drag it over here, and then click on install now to install the child theme. So once it is installed, you can go ahead to activate it. So we're going to click on activate, and as you can see, it has been activated. Now when you activate it and you go to the front end, you're not going to see anything because you just activated the theme with nothing. Okay, all what you need to do is to import the template, and that is the next step that we're going to go ahead. So click on install starter template over here, click on it to install it. You're going to see this particular one. Just click on install starter template, and once you install it, you're going to see template seller over here. Remember that you bought the template from template seller, so click on template seller over here, and then once you have template seller over here, you click on template seller, you're going to get this particular theme over here. So just click on it, and then you don't need to do anything. Just click on finish and launch, or finish and launch. This is just the whole theme over here. Just click on finish and launch, and then go ahead to click on start to import. Now we import the whole template for you, and you're gonna get a completely new website. So just hold on, wait for some few minutes, and it will just start importing everything from scratch for you. All right guys, so as you can see over here, our website has been installed for us. The child theme is already, and the template is ready. So what we're going to go is I don't want to click over here, but I'm going to go to the front end over here, and then just refresh the website from here. So I'm going to refresh it, and then let's see how we get it. All right guys, so as you can see over here, this is our new website over here. Everything is what is done for us. So with this one, we're just going to delete this one from the back end. So we're going to go back over here. I'm going to go to my pages, and I'm going to go straight to post over here. Go to all posts, and what I will do is I'll come over here and just trash this one. So if I come back over here and I refresh it, I'm supposed to get the complete one over here. As you can see, now we have everything we need for a complete university website. And as you can see over here, you can go ahead to edit with Elementor and then change everything that you want to change from this particular template. So that is how you can be able to get this particular template on your website from template seller over here. But what we are going to do is we're going to design it from scratch. How did we get all these things over here? And that is exactly what we are going to do. So we're going to design it from scratch. Design the the header. We're going to design the footer. We're going to design everything using Elementor, and then the Kadence theme. So we're going to start from scratch and build it with the Kadence theme, Elementor, and WordPress. Let's get into that. All right guys, so now that we have been able to learn how to import the template using the child theme that we got from template seller, now we're going to go ahead and then design everything from scratch, like I told you. So if you are new over here, my name is Kobe and this is Kadence Digital. Now what we are doing is we are creating a university website over here. So what we've done so far is to learn how to import the template. If you don't want to design it from scratch, we learn how to import the template that we got from templateseller.com. So now we are going to learn how to design it from scratch. So we're going to go ahead and then first of all install the theme that we're going to use, install the plugins that we're going to use, and then design the header. We're going to go ahead and design also the footer. But before we go ahead with everything, let's go to our backend over here. And what I mostly love to do is I love to clear everything from here first, and then go ahead and do some small settings and then start doing the real job. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to click on screen options over here, and I'm going to untick all these ones over here so that I have a clean dashboard. Okay, now that I have this one over here, and I'm going to go ahead and go to settings. I'm going to go to general and then set up my my site title. So if you haven't set up your site title, now it's now time you need to set up your site title. So we're going to call this Grand Sphere University. Grand Sphere University, and then the tagline is shaping minds, inspiring futures. So we say shaping minds, inspiring futures. All right, so this is our tagline over here. Now we're gonna go ahead and then have a site icon over here. So the site icon is the one that appears over here, okay, on top over here. As you can see, this is the site icon. So make sure that you set your site icon. I'm gonna leave it for now, and then if it is a membership whereby anybody can be able to register, you take this one for now. I'm gonna leave this one also for now, and then make sure that you set your time zone and everything, and then we go ahead and click on save changes over here. All right, so now that we have this one set up, I'm going to go ahead and go to permalinks over here. So let's go to permalinks, and I'm going to set my permalinks to post name. Okay, so make sure that I set your permalinks to post name. Now this is basically for SEO purpose. Okay, so for those of you who wants to rank well on Google and other stuff, always make sure that you set your permalinks to post name, and then click on save changes. All right, so now that we have this one done, we're gonna go ahead also and then go to reading. Now for reading, we come there later because we need to create our pages first before we can set where we want it to be, home page and all those kind of stuff. And then yeah, so now we are good to go. So first of all, let's go ahead and click on appearance over here. Over on appearance, click on themes. So we're going to install a theme that we're going to use. Now as you can see over here, this is the theme that we're going to use, and this is the child theme that we're not going to use this one because this is what we use in getting the template. So I'm going to just delete this one. I'm going to delete this one, and this one, if you don't have it here, don't worry. Let me also delete this one so that you know how we can be able to get this theme. Now go ahead and click on add theme over here, and then go ahead and search for Kadence. Okay, so we're going to search for Kadence over here, and then you're going to see this particular one. Just click on install, and after installing, click on activate. We're going to use the Kadence to create our website. Okay, so now that we are done with it, I'm going to close this one. Okay, now we've installed our Kadence theme. Now we have so many items over here. Okay, when we hadn't installed this one, these things were not here. Now that we've installed it, we have these many sub menus and other stuff over here. All right guys, so now that we have finished installing and activating the theme, what we're going to do is to install some plugins that will help us to be able to add some functionalities to the theme, to be able to design the website that we want. So let's jump into it. So we're going to go over here, hover on plugins over here, and as that now, if you go to plugins, I don't think we have any plugins over there. We don't have any plugins over here. So we're going to click on add plugin. So let's click on add plugin, and we're going to install these plugins over here. So these are the plugins that we're going to install. Okay, so we're going to install Elementor, Royal Elementor add-ons. We install event calendar. We will also install Forminator for forms, and then we install ApplyOnline to be able to help us receive applications from students. Now let's go ahead and then install Elementor first. So we type in Elementor over here, and Elementor is going to pop up over here for you. As you can see, this is Elementor. Now click on install now over here to install Elementor. Okay, so once you're over here, as you install Elementor, you can wait till you install other things like Royal Elementor add-ons, which we also have it in our plugins over here. So we're gonna just go ahead, and then we are not activating Elementor yet. We're gonna go ahead and then install the Royal add-ons. Now once we are over here, we're gonna go ahead and then search for Forminator. So we're gonna go ahead and search for Forminator, install that one also. This is Forminator. We're going to install it also, and then what again, events calendar. So we're gonna go ahead and then look for the event calendar. All right, so we're gonna install this particular one over here. So we click on install now, and then what is the last one? Apply online. So we will search for Apply Online, and then we will go ahead to install that one also. So this is also what we are looking for, Apply Online. So we're gonna go ahead and then install that one also. So now we have all our plugins installed. Now we go to installed plugins from here. See, click on installed plugins, and you have all your plugins installed over here. Now we have to activate these plugins. Okay, so we're gonna start from Elementor. You can of course click here and then click on the bulk action and then click on activate to activate all of them. But some of these plugins have some settings that maybe you need to set it up and all those things. But we're gonna go ahead and then click on activate, and then click on apply now, or you can activate them one after the other. Okay, depends on how you want to do it. All right, so all of them are activated. As you can see, they are all activated successfully, and we are good to go. So now you see, since we have activated these plugins, we have some other menu items over here. So this is for the Apply Online, this is for Elementor, this is for Royal Elementor, this is for Forminator. Okay, so basically that is it. So now that we have our plugins installed, we are good to go to create pages, and then create menus, and then we use the menus to create the header and then the footer. So let's go ahead and start creating pages. Now let's look at this particular one. So we have the home page, the about page, the academics, admissions, we have campus live, we have news and events, news and then event. We also have contact, and then we have apply. So we're gonna go ahead and then create all those pages. So I'm gonna come over here, click on all pages over here, and of course you have some this page is sample page. I'm going to trash this one. For privacy policy, I'm going to leave it as the draft, and go ahead and click on add page. All right, so once you're over here, I'm going to close this one, and I like my page to show my side menu. So I'm going to come over here and then exit the full screen mode, so that this menu will show. I'll click over here, and then my first page, I'm going to call it home. So this is going to be my home page, and then I'll click on template over here, default template, select, and then select Elementor full width, okay, for it, and then I'm going to click on publish. Okay, so now that I'm over here, I'll go ahead to create the next page. So the next page that we're going to create is about us. So we're going to create the about us page also. I'm going to say about us. Okay, do the same thing. Click on default template, click over here, click on Elementor full width, and click on publish. Okay, now go ahead and create academics, admissions, and all the other pages just like the way we are doing it. So I'm going to go ahead, click on add page, and then I'll create academics, and then do the same thing. Go ahead and click on publish. Go ahead and create the next page, which is admissions, campus life, news, and all those kind of stuff. So I'm going to speed up a little bit, so that now that you know how we can be able to create it, you can go ahead and create it. You can pause it and then go ahead, but I'm going to just speed it up and then come back with all the pages created. Alright guys, so as you can see over here, I've created all the pages that we need for the website to start going on. But I want to do something. So if you go over here under admissions, I want to put this ones, and under academics, sorry, I want to put these three under academics. Okay, not specifically like dragging it under it, but we'll do that on the menus. But I want the link to reflect it. Okay, so that is exactly what I want to do. Now I want to go over here. So for now, if you go to, let's say, undergraduate over here, and then you view the link, okay, this is how it looks like. But I want the link to pick the link of academics, so that it's going to be under academics. So that is exactly what I want to be. So I'll go to quick edit over here, and then I'll put this one as its parent. Okay, so under parent over here, I'm going to put academics over here. So undergraduate parent is academics over here, and I'll just publish it or update it. I'm going to do same for postgraduate. Also look for parent over here and then put it under academics, and then I'm going to just update it, and then I'll go to online learning, and then come over here and then put it under academics. Okay, and then I'll also update. So as you can see over here, all these ones have this kind of like a dash thing, because they are all under academics. Okay, so if I refresh this place right now, you see that all of them is going to be under academics, and as you can see, this is how it looks like. Okay, so perfectly well. Now it doesn't mean that on the front end they're going to have they're going to be just like this. For this one, we do that in the menus when we are creating the menus, but I want the link to reflect it. So for now, as you can see, if I refresh this one, it's going to give me a 404 error, or it will direct me to the academics page, and as you can see, this is how it is right now. Okay, so this is it. So the link has changed. At first it was just the website names, the website link / undergraduate, but now it is academics / undergraduate, because we place it under academics. So the parent is under academics, and that is it. Okay, so now that we've set this one straight away, now let's go ahead and then create our menus. Okay, so if you look at the website, we have the primary menu over here, and then when you go down, we have some other menus also. We have the quick links, we have featured, and then we have this gallery over here, which we're gonna do it not in the menu aspect, but we do it when we are creating the footer. Okay, so let's go ahead and click over here, go to the back end, and we're gonna hover on appearance over here, and then we're gonna go straight to menus. So we click on menus to create our menus. For now, we don't have any menus over here. So if you go to the front end of the back end, you see they are just placed anything over here for us. Okay, we haven't done any menu. So what we're going to do is, I'm going to just set a main menu or a primary menu, or anyhow you want to name it over here, and then the display location, I'm going to put it at primary, and then I'll say create. All right, so if I save menu right now, and then if I come to the front end and I refresh this website, you see that because the menu is empty, there will be nothing over here. Okay, so if you go to the back end over here, you see we haven't added anything in the menu that we've created. That is why all this place is empty. So we will have to add something inside the menu, right? So how do we do that? So you see the items or the pages over here with the post and all those things, you can all add them inside the menu that you want to create. So what I'm going to do is, I'm going to go to view all over here, And for now we have two different homes. Okay, one is a custom link, and then one is our home page that we created. Now we have two different homes because we have not set up any page as a home page. So automatically WordPress use their own home page for us. Okay, but let's go ahead and set up a home page first, and then we come over here, and then you see that we're going to have only one home over here. So we're going to go to settings over here to set up our home page. We're going to go to settings over here, and then we go to reading. Okay, remember that when we were doing it, I said we'll come back to reading later on. Now over here we can display a page as a home page. Okay, so how do we do that? We're going to set that page as a static page, where our home page is. It's going to be a static page, and then we select what we created, which is the home over here, the page that we created. And then for the post page, okay, where all our posts and news and other stuff will go, we created a news over here. So I'm just going to select that news. Remember, it is not news and events, it is news. Okay, so I'm going to just select that news, and then I'm going to just go ahead and click on save changes. All right, so now that our changes are set, now if I go over here and I click on the logo over here, it's going to take me to the home page, okay, with nothing over there. So because the page is an empty page, and the link also gives us our website link because we set it as our home page, and that is it. Now let's go over here and then go over on appearance, okay, and click on go back to menu. So we're going to go back to our menus, and then we'll add items into our menu. So for now, if you click on view, or you see that now we only have one home, okay, because our home page is just one, and that is it, which is the front page, the one that we set as what, as our home page. So I'm going to select all these ones. I'll leave the news out. I'll select about, I'll select academics and everything under academics. I'll select admissions. I'll leave apply out. I'll select campus live, and I'll select contact, and I'm going to select news and events. So I will click on add to menu. Click on add to menu. Now let's go ahead and then rearrange them. Okay, so as you can see over here, we have home, about, academics, and then we have admissions, campus life, event, and then contact. So let's do home, about us, academics, and then under academics we have undergraduate, postgraduate, and then online learning. So we're gonna go ahead and put undergraduate, which is over here. We shift it like this, okay, so that it's gonna be here. Postgraduate, the same way, we make sure that they are all in the same line, and then online learning, okay, and that is it. So we are just making it the way this one is. So home, academics, and then this one you hover on it, this one drops down, and then we have admissions, campus life, and then events and news and events. So we're gonna go over admissions, campus life, and then we go over here, we bring news and events over here, and then the last one is contact us. So for this button, we'll do it later on when we are designing the header. So as you can see, this is how it looks like. Now I'm going to also set it as the mobile menu. Okay, so I'm going to just click this one and click on save menu. All right, so now that we have our menu, now if you refresh this one, you see that we all have these items pop up over here because we set items on the menu. So if you come over here, home, about us, you see these are the things under academics, and we go to admissions, campus life, events, and then we go to contact over here. All right, so now we are good to go. So we've created our primary menu. Now let's go ahead and create the other menus. Okay, what are the other menus? If you scroll down the footer, we have some quick links also over here. So we're gonna go ahead and then use quick links on the footer. So I'll also go ahead and click on create a new menu over here, and then what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and then name this place as quick links, and we'll not set it to anything over here. We just click on create. Okay, we're not going to check anything over here because we will make sure that we put it where we want it to be placed. and that's exactly what we're going to do. So what are the quick links? What are the quick links? So if you see over here, the quick links, we have about us, we have academics, we have, you know, admissions, undergraduate, postgraduate, online, everything on top over here except yeah, except home. Okay, so we're gonna put everything over there and then remove some of those things over here. So I'll select all of them, and then later on I'm going to remove what I want to remove. So news is out, I'm going to remove it. Home is also out. Okay, so about us, academics, online, let me start with undergraduate. Let me go ahead and start with, so I'm going to remove apply also from it. I'll remove apply. Let me bring contact down, and what again, let's see. Okay, undergraduate, I want to move this one also up. This one should be up over here. Postgraduate should also be up over here. So yeah, so I think this one is quite okay, and then I'll click on save over here. All right, so I think we have 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9. Okay, let's go and then see if 9 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9. Okay, fine. So now we have this one set up successfully, the quick link set up successfully. Now another thing that we also we have to set it up is featured courses. Also featured courses. So we're going to want to set up featured courses. Let me just copy this one, featured courses. So I'll click on create new menu, and then we also name it featured courses, and we're going to click on create menus over here. Okay, so one thing is with the featured courses, you can, you know, list your own featured courses, create pages for all of them, but I use a custom link. So I'm just going to go ahead and then create some, you know, custom links over here. But of course you can create your own featured courses for the website. So these are the featured courses that we're going to use. I'm going to go ahead and then drop them and then remove them one after the other. Okay, so let me see. Bachelor of Science, Computer Science. Okay, I'm gonna cut this one and then click on this, add it. I'm gonna just give a pound sign over here for the link, put this one over here, come over here to BBA, cut this one. Let's go and see. Okay, we add this one. The same thing applies to this one also. For Bachelor of Arts, English Literature, I'm gonna cut this one, go to the back and remove the space from there and add to the menu. I'm gonna use the pound sign over here, paste it in it, MBA. So I'm gonna cut this one and then paste this one over here. Okay, so the same thing. Okay, so make sure you do the right thing. Yeah, so strategic, and I will take away the PhD, and we go ahead to do the next one. Okay, so PhD in environmental science, and cut this one, and then we add to menu, and we do the last one, Masters of Education in Digital Learning. Okay, so basically these are the courses that we are saying they are featured courses. So I'm just going to save them. Okay, so the last one is gallery. So for gallery, we're just going to create the menu with nothing, and then later on we're going to go to the head the appearance side. Okay, the customize, how to customize it, and then customize the footer, and then we will set up all those images over there. So we're going to do so. So with this one, what we're going to do is we're just going to create the menu with nothing in it. So I'm going to just call this one gallery, and I'll just click on create menu with nothing in it, and then I'll click on save menu. All right, so now we have these menus created. Okay, and we can use it to create our header and then footer. Okay, so this header and this footer, we can use our menus to be able to create our header and footer. All right, so now let's go ahead and then start creating our header and footer, so that we can be able to get this website done quickly. So let's go ahead and create our header and footer. All right, guys, so to be able to create our header and footer, we need to go to the customization side of the theme. Okay, so we're going to use the theme to create our header and footer. Now, of course, you can use Elementor to create your header and footer, Elementor theme builder, if you have the pro version. Okay, the other plugins that you can also use to create your header and footer. But with this one, the theme that we are using give us the best functionality to be able to create best footers and headers. So we're going to use that theme to be able to do that. So we're going to go to customize over here. So let's just click on customize, and then we will be able to redirect to the theme customization session on the front end, and then we can be able to just customize it and then be seeing it at the same time. That is exactly what we will do. So what we are going to do is we're going to go ahead and then first of all set up our colors. Now let's go ahead and see the colors that they used over here. Now I'm going to I have this this extension. I'm going to close it, and I have this extension to pick colors. So I'm going to use that color picker extension. So I'm going to use this color picker eyedrop extension, and I'm going to just hover on the color that I want. So with this one, I'm going to copy this one, and then just paste this somewhere else. So this is let's say dark blue. Okay, so I'm going to use the dark blue. I'm going to also go ahead and close this one. Going to go ahead and pick a different color. So color over here, and I'm going to pick a different color. Yeah, this is the second color of it, so I'm going to pick this one also. So I'll copy it, and then come over here, and then also say maybe gold color, and I'll paste it over here. All right, so let's see, is there any other color? So these are the two main colors that we used in the website. The other color is this particular one over here, so we're going to pick this one also. Okay, so this one also, let's pick it for backgrounds and other stuff. So let's say light BG. Okay, that is for lighter backgrounds. And let's look at it. What again? Yep, so I think all is done, and that is what all the colors that we need. Okay, so of course you need to make sure that you have your own color that you are using for your website. So now that we've picked our colors over here, I'm going to go to the customize section over here, and I'm going to go to colors over here, and I will look at the colors that we are using, and then we set it up. So I'm going to go to colors over here, and we can set our colors up over here. All right, guys, so let's go ahead and set up our colors over here. So the first color that we're going to use is the color that we said it is what the dark blue. So I'm going to copy this one, come over here, and then paste the color over here. So this is the dark blue color. Now this is for palette 1, so you can set up the palette 1 colors, set up the palette 3, palette 4, and then you can be changing them as and when you want to change the colors. Okay, so it depends on you. And then we go to the second color, which is also this gold color that we set up over here. So I'm going to copy this one and then paste it over here. So this is going to be the second accent color. Okay, this is the first accent color. Now this one is the strongest text, which is going to be let's leave it as this black over here. And then this one also we're gonna leave it as where it is. This one also we can go ahead and then just set it as this kind of dark. And then this one also we're gonna set it over here as this. And then with this light background, and that is where we're gonna use this color over here. So we're gonna use this particular color over here. So I'm going to copy it and then paste it over here. So this is going to be a lighter color. We leave this one and this one all the way it is, and we are good to go. So we're going to just publish it, and that is basically how it goes. So the link style over here, I'm going to choose no underline. Okay, and I'm going to just click on publish. So we set up our colors and we are good to go. Now let's go to buttons. So with the same button, because we set up our colors, all the colors are reflecting over here. Okay, so with border radius, I'm going to give it 0 because I don't want any border radius. Okay, and then I'm going to just publish it. Now with the font also, let's set up our font first. Let's set up our font first. Then so we go to typography over here, and we're going to go ahead and then change the type. So the base fonts that we're going to use, we're going to use Open Sans. Okay, so Open Sans is our base font that is going to be for body and all those things. So Open Sans, this one is what we are going to use. And then the heading, for heading we're going to use a font called Merryweather. Okay, so that is what we will be using, Merryweather, this particular font. Okay, we're going to use it for the H1, H2, H3, all the headings. Okay, so all the titles, all of them are going to use the Merryweather font. So we're going to just click on publish over here. So now we set up our font and we set up everything. So let's go back to the buttons over here. So over here we can go ahead and then set up some of these things. So for the buttons, I want to be 15. The text, I want it to be 15, and I'm going to publish it. All right, so as and when we do all those designing and configurations for the website. So now that we have our colors and font set up, now we're going to go to header. Okay, so we're going to go to header, and then we're going to design our header the way we want it. Now first of all, if you look at this one, it have two different headers. We have the top header and then the middle row header over here. So the top header has this text written over here. So I'm going to copy it and I'll come to the website over here. Now with the top header, what I'm going to do is I'm going to set it to maybe 60, and then I'll go over here and then change the color to this color. Okay, so that is it. So this is the top header. Okay, now you are not seeing it because there is nothing inside here. Okay, so let's put something here. We're going to put an HTML over here, and with the HTML we're going to put something inside. So I'm going to just paste in something inside. Okay, this is what I've pasted inside. Now you cannot see it because the color is white, dark. Now let's go over here and then change the color over here to white color, and as you can see, this is it. So with this one, I'm going to make it like a 14 or 13. Okay, so let's make it 13 or even 12. Okay, depends on how you want to make it. So 13 is quite okay. And the font is you inheriting the Open Sans. So of course you can decide to go ahead and then just change it to see how it works. So if you search for Open Sans over here, let's see if it will change. So as you can see, nothing happened. So it means that the font is already using the open sans. Okay, and that is it. So basically I think everything is okay. You can go ahead and then publish it. All right, so we're going to go ahead and then add social icons, because if you look at this one, there are social icons over here. Okay, so let's look at how it behaves. So when you hover on it, it changes to the gold color over here, and that is exactly what we want to do. So these are the social icons. Let's click on it over here. You can add different ones. So let's say I want to add YouTube. Okay, so I'll go ahead and add YouTube, and these are the YouTube over here. Now let's go to design. Now if you want to set the links, to set the social links, you click over here and it's going to take you to a place where you can set all the link of your social media handles. So let's go to design over here, and what we're going to do is we want to just reduce this one to, like, let's say 0.8. so let me make it like a 9 over here. Yeah, so 0.9 em. Now the colors over here, let's look at how this one is white. Okay, this one is white, and this one. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just click over here and use the white over here, and click over here and use the gold color over here, meaning that when somebody hover on it, it's going to be like this. Now I also want to remove the background, so I'm going to remove the background of it, and it's going to be something like this. So as you can see, I drag it and make it a transparent background, and that is it. So this is how it's going to be like. Now let's go ahead and then also give the hover transparent. So basically this is the active and this is the hover. Okay, this is the initial and this is the hover, and this is the initial and this is the hover. Now if there are borders also, you can give border colors also, but I'm going to just click publish, and as you can see, we are almost getting there to the way this one looks, exactly there. All right, so now that we have this one also, now it is up to us to go ahead and then work on the second or the middle or main row. Okay, so over here I'm going to add a button, so I'll add a button over here, and as you can see, this is the button. Now click over here and then change the button color. So with the button background color, I'm going to change it to this one. When you hover also, it's still going to be the same thing. The text, I'm going to change it to white. Okay, so as you can see, this is how it looks like. Okay, so I'm going to just make it LG, which is large, and then over here what is written over there, apply now. So I'm just going to say apply now. Let's see. Okay, so it's in small letters, right? So then let's go small, apply now. All right, so as you can see, this is how it looks like. You can put the apply now link over here. So you can go to the back end of the website and then go and look for your apply now link, and then come and then put it over there. So I'm going to go ahead to pages over here, and what page have the apply now? So I'll look for apply now. Yeah, this particular one. So I'll copy the link address, come over here, and then come and put it over here. All right, so now you can decide to open in a new tab when somebody clicks on the button. You can also decide to set the button as a no follow. You can decide to set the attribute as sponsored, and then you can also decide to set the link to download, so that when somebody clicks on it, it will download something. Okay, and then with the the style, you can change it to outline, or you can change it to field. Okay, it all depends on you. And then also visibility, you can change, toggle it around. So when you want only logged in users to see, you can decide to change it to logged in. And then when you want logged out users to see, you can decide to change it to logged out. So when you want everybody to see, then you change it to everyone, and that is basically how this one works. All right, so now you can go to design over here, and then also over here change the font and all those kind of stuff. So let's make it like 17, which is quite okay, and I'm going to just publish it. Okay, so as you can see guys, everything is working perfectly. Now what we're going to do is we're going to go to navigation, we click on this ranch icon or settings icon over here, and we can do our navigation very well. So we're going to change the colors over here, change it to our brand colors the way we want it. So basically this is how we want it. Okay, yeah, this is it, perfect. All right, so now that we are over here, let's look at the navigation font also. So we can just reduce it to like 15 or 16. Okay, so let's make it like a 15, and then also drop down options, this one. Okay, we want to click here to see the options of the drop down. So let's say we want to make it fade, and then come over here, and then we can change the colors and all those things. So let's look at how this one behaves. So it's the background is white, but when you hover on it, it have this blue kind of thing. Okay, so that's exactly what we're going to do. So drop down background, we can make it all white. Okay, so white, but the link over here will be this color. The link over here will be this color, and then this one also will be blue, and the link will be white, and this one will be yellow, and the link will be white. So let's publish it, and let's see. So when you hover on it, you see, just like the way we have it over here. Yeah, very good. Now don't worry about the lines in it. Okay, it will go. This is the divider. Okay, so this is the divider. You can just make it disappear, because if you go to the front end and you refresh it, you see you don't see any divider in it. Okay, when you come over here, you don't also see any divider in it. So that is what exactly, but you can of course make the divider a little bit visible if you want. So for instance, you can just make it like this, publish it, go to the front end, refresh it, come over here, and you still don't see it, but there might be lines over there. Let's go ahead and increase this one a little bit, and then publish it. Let's come here, and then yes, as you can see, there are some small lines inside over there, and that is how you can make the drop down options very customizable and nice. Okay, so guys, as you can see, we are almost there. It's almost similar to this one. So what we got to do is, let me come over here, and I want to just go here and then increase the space over here to, like, let's say 100. Okay, 100. All right, so now what we have to do is to set up our logo. We have to set up our logo. So that is exactly what we are going to do. All right guys, so let's set up our logo. To set it up, we're going to click on this settings icon over here, and as you can see, this is where we place our logo. Okay, so we're going to set it as just logo. This one you can set it up logo and title, logo, title, and tagline. Okay, but we want to set it as just logo. So I'm going to just click over here, and then for now we don't have any image in our website, but I'm going to go over here, and I'm going to just all the images that I'm going to use inside this particular website. Okay, so of course you can go over, I'll leave the link in the description for you guys to copy this images, so you can be able to use it to create your own school or university website. So I'm just trying to add all the images inside the website that we are creating. So I'm just selecting all of them and I'll drag them inside the website. So this is this one, and this is this one. Okay, so I'm just going to drag them, about 51 images. I'm going to put them over here, and so that I'm not going to just go ahead and select image again, go ahead and no, I'll make sure that I have all my images inside the website so I can go ahead and use it to create the website. Now let's hold on for the images to finish doing its work, and then we'll continue. All right guys, so our images are in the website now, and we can go ahead to select our logo. So I'm going to select, this is the logo that we're going to use. I'm going to select it and go ahead and skip cropping because I don't want to crop it. And as you can see, this is how it looks like. Now of course we can increase it to like maybe 300 pixel, and it will be bigger like this. Okay, so now we are good to go. We can publish it. Now if you go to the front end, we can go ahead and then look at how it looks like. So this is how our logo looks like, and everything looks perfect. It's good to go. All right, so let's go over here, and then now that we are done with the header, we're going to go ahead and make sure that the header is also mobile responsive. So to do that, we're going to switch to mobile over here. So let's switch to mobile, and as you can see, it's not responsive on mobile. So how do we solve it? So this logo, what we will do is under mobile. Okay, make sure that your you are on the mobile side. Okay, so if not, just toggle it on mobile and then change it to like, let's say 200, and as you can see, it changes. So I'm gonna make it like 180, and it's perfect over here. Now this is the trigger, this particular one. That is when you click on it, the menu will start showing. So that is the trigger. So I'm going to click on it, and I want to just make it a little bit bold. I go to the style over here, and I will make it this blue over here, and with the hover I'm going to make it this color, meaning that when somebody hover on it, it's going to be something like this. Okay, so now let's come over here to the canvas. So the canvas is just this menu opening. Okay, I don't know why it's not opening, but it's supposed to open. So when you click on this one, when you click on the trigger, the menu should open. Let me publish this one, go to the front end, refresh this one, and I want to use this extension over here, which changes the website to mobile or to any device that you want, to see how it looks like on the front end. So you see, this is how it looks like. This is the panel that we are talking about, this particular off canvas panel. Okay, this one, this is the off canvas. So you see, we only have menu, a mobile menu navigation on it. When you come to this side, this is the only thing that we have on it. The home, about us, the home is not seen because of the color over here, the active color, but we want to change everything. Now let's go over here and look at how this one also the mobile side also looks like, and then we can also deal with it based on how this one also looks like. Okay, so we're gonna come over here, and when we click, so this one opens from the left hand side. Okay, it opens from the end, it is white over here. So we're gonna go back over here, and the slide out, it is from the left, and let's see, does it move the body or it doesn't? Okay, yeah, it moves the body. Okay, so you see the body also move. So we're gonna just toggle this one over here, and when you go to design over here, the pop-up background is total white over here, and let's see, yeah, so basically it. Now what we're going to do is we're going to go to navigation, the settings of the navigation, and we're going to go ahead and design it. So the color over here, we're going to choose this one. The hover is going to be this one, and then the active, it will also be the gold color. Okay, so basically that is it. So I'm just going to publish it, and for now what we have done, let's go ahead and come over here and refresh this website and see how it looks like. So let's click over here. See, it moves from here, and now we can be able to see everything over here as like we have over here. Okay, now we want to add a logo, and then we want to add a button also over here. So let's go ahead and do that. So we're gonna go ahead, sorry, let me just put this one over here. We're gonna go ahead and then add something. So I'll click over here, I'm going to add a button. I'll also click over here and add an HTML. So I'll drag the HTML on top because I'll place logo inside the HTML. So I'll click on the settings of the HTML, go to general over here, and I'm going to clean this one and click on add media. Okay, I'm going to click on add media, and then I'll scroll down and add my logo inside it. So basically this is how I want it. Okay, now this one I want to add a link to it. So I want, when people click on it, they go to the website. So I'm just going to copy this link, come over here and place it over here, and then that's all. I'll publish it. Now with the button also, I'm going to go over here, and then what does the button say? It says apply now in capital letters. So I'm going to say apply now, and you give it the apply now link. So we're going to come over here and copy the apply now link over here and paste it over here, just like we did for the desktop mode, and then it will be shown for everybody. But let's go to a design over here, and what we're going to do is the text is going to be white, the hover also is going to be white, and then the background will be this color, and let's make the hover also this color, and we are good to go. So we can just do, and then with the border we'll give it a 0 border radius, and we're going to publish it. Now everything you do, make sure that you publish it, okay, so that when something happens, your website is still there. So let's go over here and refresh it, and we're going to see the changes that we've made reflected on the front end. All right, so now that we've refreshed it, let's come over here, and as you can see, this is how it looks like. It looks perfect. Okay, so what we can do is we can even increase this one a little bit. So if you look at this one is a little bit bigger, so we can go ahead and then make this one bigger. Okay, make this one bigger. So how do we do that? Let's go to button over here. Let's click on the button over here, and we can make it large. Okay, let's make it large and publish it. Now if you still want to make it a little bit bigger, you have to just increase the font size. So you just need to increase the font size, and then it will be maybe bigger, right? So I'm going to make it like an 18, and I'll go to the front end, refresh it, and let's see how it looks like. So as you can see, it is now okay for me. All right, so now there is one thing missing over here, which is the close button. Okay, so you see the close button is missing over here. It means that it is showing white. Okay, so what we will do is the off canvas over here, we're gonna go over here to design, and then we see close toggle over here. Now change it to this color, change it to hover to this color, and then publish it. Now go back over here, refresh your website, and now let's go back and then click on this one to see now the close button is now over here. Okay, all right, so now we are done with our header. It is mobile responsive, and we are good to go. Now the only thing we need to do is to check to go ahead and then design our footer. Now when we are done designing the footer, then we can go ahead to design our website itself. That is the content inside the website, the main pages. Okay, so what we are doing is like a global thing. It will appear everywhere. Okay, now one thing we did not do for the header, let me just close this one, is the sticky header. So if you see that, if you are scrolling, the header becomes sticky. Okay, and we need to also make it sticky for this particular side also. Okay, so we need to make it sticky. And how do we make it sticky? It's also very simple. We're gonna go over here, go to back, and you see when you scroll down over here, we have sticky header over here. Just click on the sticky header and then enable it as what, as yes, main row. This is the main row. Okay, there is it. Now of course you can decide to give a logo for the sticky header, so you can decide to make it have a logo. Okay, and then you can also make the mobile header sticky also if you want. So if you want, you can just make it yes, but I don't want it, so I'm just going to publish this one. So now our header is now sticky. All right, so now let's go back, and then we're gonna go to footer. Okay, so we're gonna just start creating our footer, and then we'll start working on it. All right guys, so to be able to create our footer, you just need to click on footer over here, and as you can see, the footer panel opens for us over here. So the footer editor or the panel opens for us, and we can be able to put in some widgets and other stuff. Where for now we only have the copyright widget over here, and if I click over here, I can be able to edit the words over here. And as you can see, let me just drag this one down, and as you can see, this is copyright, this is here, this is title, and this is a theme credit. I'm just going to move or delete the theme credit, and it will take away the WordPress theme by Kadence from there. And then I'll just type in my own thing that I want to type in. So let's say designed by Kadence Digital. All right, so I'll just copy this one or highlight this one and then link it. Okay, so I'm going to link it to my website, kadecedigital.com. Digital. Okay, so very good. So I've linked it over here, so when somebody clicks on it, it takes the person to my website. Now of course you can edit it the way you want to edit it. Now we want to do the footer just like we have it over here. Okay, so this one is the gold color and this one is the blue color. So let's go ahead. So this is the copyright. Okay, so we're gonna come over here and then go to design over here. Now widget content, I'm just going to make it white. Okay, widget links also, I'll make it white, and when somebody hover on it, it's going to be this dark blue. Now underline on hover, I'll say no. All right, so the bottom row background, I'm going to give this color. So as you can see, this is the color that we are using. So we want this one to be the blue color, so we're gonna go over here and change it to this blue, and perfect. So this is blue. Let's change it to blue. Okay, and this one also we want to change it to this blue color. All right, so perfect. So with this one, when somebody hover, I want it to be white. Okay, so that the person will know that it's really a link. Okay, so basically this is how it looks like, and you can adjust anything like the size or the font size. You can adjust it to suit how you want it. You can also toggle it between all devices to make sure that it is very, very responsive. Okay, so now we are good with the bottom header or footer, sorry, bottom footer. Okay, so one thing I want to do is I want to remove this, how do you call it, this kind of like space over here, so space over here. So to do that, I'm gonna go over here and scroll down, and you see we have column space, and then we have widget space, and we have top spacing. So I want to make it like a 10, and then bottom also spacing, I want to make it like a 10. So it's gonna be something like this. Okay, so I'll publish this one. All right, so I'm done with the bottom, and then let's go to the main row, and that is where most of the work is. So with the main row, we're going to check and see it is 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and make it 4 columns over here, and the layout we want it to be like this. Okay, so 40, 20, 20. All right, so basically I think for now it's okay. So for the link style, we're gonna say no underline, and then let's just publish it. Let's go to design over here, and for the main row background, we're gonna use this particular color over here. Now, to be able to see that it's working, we need to add some things over there. So first of all, we need to add certain things. So first, I want to add widget 1, I want to add widget 2, I want to add widget 3, and I want to add the last widget, which is widget 4. Okay, so for widget 1, I'll click on the settings over here and say got it, and then I'll add whatever I want to add over here. So over here, what I want to add is some image. I want to add the logo, so I'm going to go ahead to the media library to select my logo. So I'll select this logo over here, okay, because that is what I want to use. So as you can see, this is the logo. Of course, it's too big, you can decide to make it small. Okay, and then over here also I can decide to add a paragraph. Okay, so I can decide to add this over here. I'll copy it, come up, add your own kind of like text over here. Okay, so as you can see, guys, this is how it looks like. Okay, so we come with the editing and all that stuff, but let's go ahead and edit it. So click on this particular middle row icon over here. Okay, the ranch icon over here, and then with the widget style, the widget titles, we have the gold, and then all the other ones are white. So the widget titles, we're gonna go ahead and say gold, and then with the widget content, we're gonna go ahead and choose white. So as you can see, it is what it is, white. Now let's go to the the text inside. So we're gonna change the font size to, let's say, 15 or 14. Let's check this one also. We'll change it to 14, and go over here and we change this one to 12. Okay, so let me go back over here. So basically this is how it looks like. Now make sure that the content is inheriting the font that we want to use. So if you're not so sure of it, just go ahead and then add the font. So like we're going to go for Open Sans. So just click on it. So as you can see, nothing happens. It means that we are using Open Sans. Now with this one also, the header also, you can go to the font and change the header and make it the Merry Weather. Okay, make it the Merry Weather and publish it. So we're going to add 1, 2, 3 items also over here. So you see 1, 2, 3. We're going to add all these 3 items over here. All right, so to be able to do that, it's also very simple. We click on the settings over here, and we go ahead and we look for what we want to add. Now we want to add the menus that we created to it. So the first menu is what we're going to add. So the quick links menu, but we search for nav widget first. So make sure that you look for navigation widget, click on it, okay, and it will open this one for you, and then you can be able to look for the quick links over here and just type in quick links over here, and as you can see, this is the quick links. Okay, now let's go to the next one. Also we're going to do same for navigation, nav, and then click on it and just look for the featured courses and just type in featured courses. That is going to be the heading. So you're going to have what featured courses over here. And then the last one, we're going to also use the gallery navigation. So go and look for gallery, and then over here just say maybe our gallery, and because there is nothing in it, nothing pops up. But what we're going to do is we're going to add gallery over here, and we select the media that we want to use, and we just can select 2 or more images to use. So let's say we choose this one, and then maybe any of the images over here. Okay, so let's choose these 2, insert over here. We're gonna have these 2 over here. All right, so you can play around with the gallery, know how you can be able to show more over here, how you can be able to just play around with everything. This is large. Okay, so you can choose to go to full size. Okay, and let's see, we'll come back to it, the image gallery. Okay, but basically this is how it looks like. So if you want to add more, you can go ahead and then add more gallery also to it. So let's say we want to add open this one, and let's say we want to add more. Okay, so we've added 2, so let's say we want to add more to make it like a 4 or something. This is not okay. Let's try to, let me see, I want something rich. Okay, let me add this one, and then let me add this one. Okay, so it's just giving me just 1 over there, meaning that we have to change this one to a different thing. So let me just use this one. Okay, so we can go ahead and add more, or let's go over here, show more over here, and as you can see, this is showing 2, but we can decide to show just 1 like this. Okay, and this is quite okay, so I'll just publish this one. Okay, so now what we have to do is to come to the middle row over here and then change the link over here to white. So change the link over here to white, and when they hover on it, it's supposed to be like this. Okay, so as you can see, it looks perfect, right? Yeah, very, very perfect. Okay, so guys, we are almost done. So let's look at it on on mobile. It looks good. If you look at it on this one also looks good. Okay, you can also go ahead and look at it over here. It also look good, so we can just publish it. So guys, as you can see, if we refresh this website, we are done with our header and we are done with our footer, and we are good to go. So all what we need to do is to design the pages itself, and the website will look very, very decent and neat. So this is how you can be able to create your header and footer using the Kadence theme to be able to get a very nice header and footer for your website. All right, guys, so what we are going to do over here is to design the home page. So if you are just joining us, we are designing a school or university website. We are done with the header and the footer, and we are going to design the home page of the website. So this is the home page. We set up the last time what we did was just to set up our about us and all those kind of links over here. So we set up our primary menu, and we set up all these menus, and then we use it to design the header and then the footer for the site wide kind of like header footer. Okay, and we are using the Kadence theme to be able to use it to build the header and then the footer. So now we are going to design the home page, and this is the home page that we are going to look on it to design. So this is how this is just how the home page looks like, very beautifully designed over here. So what we're going to do is we're just going to design this hero section over here. Then we have this box, icon box or image boxes also over here, and then we go ahead to design this. All right, so we will go ahead to design this two column section over here, and then we go ahead to also design this section also over here, and then this section, this section, this section, this section, and we are good to go. So we're just going to do it in some simple steps, okay, using Elementor free version. So we are not going to use Elementor Pro, we're going to use Elementor free to get all this thing done. So now let's get into it. So I'm going to go into my pages over here, and then I'm going to look for home over here. Okay, so I'm going to click on edit, and over here I'm going to go ahead and click on edit with Elementor. Now you remember we created all these pages, so if you haven't created it, just go ahead and create your home page over here. So I'm going to go ahead and click on edit with Elementor, because we're going to use Elementor to design our home page, not even just our home page but all the other pages of the website. Now remember, Elementor is just a drag and drop page builder where you can drag widgets and elements or use templates, already made templates inside your pages. So what we will do is we just drag an element from here and put it over here, and if we want to edit it, we just edit it. So as we are going, you learn how you can be able to do all these things. Now let's go ahead and go to the page that we're going to create. Now you see, what we are going to do is we're going to create a container over here, and inside the container we're going to put in what we call a carousel or maybe a slider inside the container, and that is just exactly what we're going to do over here. And it's going to be an image slider. Okay, so that is exactly what we're going to do over here. So we come over here, and then we click on this plus icon over here, just click on the flex box, and we're going to choose one container just like this. Okay, so this is a container. As you can see, it says edit container, right? This is just a container. Now I'm going to change the width to 1280 pixel, and I'll go to the minimum height. I'm going to make it 700. You can make it as high as you want to make it, maybe 800 or whatever it is. So let's say just say 800. Okay, and then I'll go to advanced over here. I'll unlink the padding over here, and I'll give the top padding of 80 and the bottom padding of also 80. So it's going to be something like this, as you can see over here. All right, so now that we have this one done, now go to style of the container to style the container. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put an image inside this container, and it's not just an image, it's going to be a slideshow. Okay, so an image slideshow. So I'll click on this one, and then they'll tell me to choose or add an image. So I'm going to click on the plus to add an image, and I'm going to add any image that I want. So let's say I want to add this one, I want to add this one, and then what again, and then maybe let me just go ahead and look for the campus and then also add it. So I want to add this one also. So I'm going to just add 3 things over here, 1, 2, and then 3. Okay, so just like that. So I'm just going to insert it over here, and as you can see, voila, we have the image over here. So it is perfectly done over here. Now it's supposed to be a slideshow, meaning that it's supposed to change. Okay, so we're gonna come over here and make sure that we set everything right. So if you want it to be fade, if you want to be slide, all those things, you can decide to do it. What I want is I want this Ken Burns effect. Okay, so I'm gonna Ken Burns effect. I'm gonna just use this one, and yeah, I'll make it direction to be zooming in. Okay, and I think, yeah, I'm done with it. Now I'm gonna go to over here and see. Yeah, so with the background size, I'm gonna say cover. With the position also, I will say center, just to make sure that everything fits in correctly, and I'm good to go. So this is what we're going to use for our hero section over here. So if you feel it's too much or it's too long over here, of course you can come over here, go over here, and then reduce this one to, like, let's say 700. Okay, so yeah, this is quite okay. So I'll just go ahead and publish it, and I'll be fine with it. Now let's take a look at how it looks like on the tablet mode. With the tablet mode, I'm just going to reduce the height. Okay, so I'm going to reduce the height and make it like a 400, which is quite okay. I'm going to go to mobile side also. Instead of 400, I'm going to make it like maybe 250. Okay, which is also quite okay. All right, so now that we are done with it, now the next section is to create this image boxes over here. Okay, so image boxes with buttons, and that is exactly what we're going to create. So we're going to come over here and pick this one, and then let's look at how it looks like. So this is basically like this. So we're going to pick this one, pick this 4 items over here. We're going to pick this 4 containers over here. Okay, so column 4 column containers over here, and then what we're going to do is we're going to come over here, and inside here we can just give it space. Okay, so I'm just going to give it a space of a gap of, let's say 20. Okay, oh sorry, 20, so that all of them is going to have that kind of like a gap. Even 20 is too much, so I'm going to give it like a 10 also over here, so that all of them will have that kind of a gap. And then over here I'll click here and then give it maybe all around padding of 30. Yeah, and what I'm going to do is, let me see. Yeah, so what I'm going to do is all around padding of 30 is even too much, so I'm going to give it 20. All I'm going to do is I'm going to come here, and first of all, let's pick the colors over here. So I'm going to use my color picker over here, and then I'm going to choose the color that they use over here. So I'm going to copy this color and then come over here and go to style, go to background type, choose the color over here, and voila, the color is done. So basically it. So as you can see, we have the color over here. Now what I'll also do is I'll also give it like a border, right? So I'm gonna go ahead and give it a solid border of, let's say, a width of 1, but I'm gonna just make it very, very faint. Okay, so that you don't even see that there is a border over there. Okay, so yeah, something very light, okay, over here. All right, so I think this is also very okay. Now inside this one, what do we have? We have an icon, an image box inside this one. So what we are going to do is we're going to search for box, and we drag in an image box over here, and as you can see, this is an image box. Now what we do is we will just copy the heading, come over here and place it over here, and then with this one also, what is inside, that is the content itself, the description, we're going to paste it over here. All right, so we'll go to style over here, and we're going to position it this way, just like the way this one is positioned. Okay, and we're going to go ahead and go to content over here, and we'll pick this color which we are using for the heading, and then we come over here, go over here, and then we look for merry weather. Okay, and then over here we set it to 20. If you think 20 is too much, you can reduce it to maybe 18. Okay, so that is it. Now I want to also change the hover to the same color. All right, so now let's go over here and also change this color to the medium text over here, and change this one to open sans. So we want to change this one to open sans over here, and this one also we want to change it to, let's say, 14 or maybe 16, something that will make sense. So I'm going to change it to 15. Okay, so basically we have this one also done. Now the next one is for us to bring the button. So we're gonna drag in a button underneath this particular thing over here. So this is the button. Now what does the button say? It says apply now. So we're gonna go over here and change this one to apply now, which is capital. So apply now. Okay, that is the button that we're going to use, and you can link it to the apply now page over here, and then we go to here, and let's see how this one also looks like. Okay, so the style and everything, we're gonna go over there, and with this one we're gonna change it to open sans, also open sans, and let's change this one to 15. Okay, or maybe 14. All right, so change this one. The background, we're going to change it to transparent. We'll change this one to this color, and then we go to bot type. Okay, so the bottom the border type, we give it border type of 1. All right, and then the border radius is 0. Okay, so something like this. With this one also, we're going to use the same color for this one. Now let's look at the hover. So with the hover effect, this is how it looks like. So we're going to go over here and go to hover over here, and the hover, the text is white. Yeah, the text is white. The the background color, let's go ahead and look at the background color. It's also this blue black color over here, and then the border color also use the same color. Okay, so it's gonna be something like this. Now when you hover, what happens? You see that we have this kind of bob animation over there. So hover animation over here, we're gonna choose bob. Okay, and it's gonna be something like this. All right, now one thing we did not do is to insert this icon over here. So we're gonna go ahead and do that. So we go to content over here, and icon, we choose the icon from the icon library. All right, so we're gonna look for arrow. So we can look for arrow, and let's look at how this one looks like. It's just this kind of arrow. So yeah, this one over here, and we will insert it over here. Now it's like this, but we want it to be like this, and then we give it a space of maybe 10 or maybe 20 or 15. Okay, so this is quite okay. All right, so yeah, I think this is quite okay. So now that we have this one done, now we can go ahead and then bring the image. So we're gonna go ahead over here and then just look for the image that we are using. So this is this one over here. As you can see, this is how it looks like. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're gonna go ahead and duplicate this one, duplicate it 3 times so that it's gonna be 4. Okay, so then we will just delete the surplus over here. Let me just drag this structure over here. Okay, so what this structure does is whatever container that you put in or whatever element that you put in over there, it comes over here so that you can be able to either name. You see, we have 2 main containers over here. Inside this container, it is empty. It is just having an image over here. Okay, but we haven't placed anything over here. And then when you come over here, inside this container we have 1, 2, 3, 4 containers, and inside each container there is an image box and there is a button, and that is this one. Okay, this is the container, this is the main container, which is this particular one over here. And then inside this main container we have 1, 2, 3, 4 containers. So you see 1, 2, 3, 4 containers, and then inside each of the 4 containers there is an image box, which is this one, and there's also a button, which is this one. Okay, and that is what exactly how this one looks like. All right, so before we go on, let's click on this main container over here, and if you look at this is pushed towards what the app over here, and that's what exactly what we want to do. So we're going to go to advanced of the container, unlink the margin over here, and then on top of the margin we're going to give it a negative, let's say 90. Okay, and as you can see, it has pushed what up over here. Now let's make it like a 120 and see how it looks like. So this is how 120 looks like, but I'm going to make it like, let's say 100. Okay, and this is exactly how it's going to be like. So 100 like this. Okay, and this is how it's going to what it's going to be like. Let's look at how this one looks like. This spaces looks more like a 20 pixel space. So let's go over here and then go to layout over here, and instead of 10 that we gave, let's give it a 20. Okay, let's give this one to 20, and as you can see, the spaces looks similar to the other one. All right, so now that we have this one set up, now let's go to this particular container over here. This is the container that we want to deal with. Let's pick the color. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and pick a color. All right, so I'm going to pick the color over here. I'm going to pick this color, then come here and then go to the container style over here and change this one to this one. So as you can see, this is the color over here. Now let's pick all the colors and then we can go ahead and then just play around it. So let's pick this color also. I'm going to copy this one, come over here and go over here to the style and change this one also to this one. All right, so let's go over here to the next one also. Pick this one also, pick this color, copy it, come over here, go to the next container, which is the last one. Go to style over here, change this one to this. Okay, so now as you can see, everything looks perfect, everything looks great. The only thing is I just want to see if what we are doing is quite okay. All right, so yeah, everything looks perfect, everything looks great. We just need to change everything over here. Okay, so let's go over here, and this is what program, a postgraduate program. So I'm going to come over here and change this one to postgraduate program. Go over here, instead of undergraduate we say postgraduate program. And what does it say? Advance your career, advance your expertise and career. So we're going to come over here. Same thing applies to this one. It also says what? Online learning. So we come over here, we change this one to online learning, and then it says what? Study anywhere, anytime. So study anywhere, anytime. And then we go to the last one, it says campus life. So I'm going to copy all this so I won't come there again, and come over here and paste it over here. Sorry, paste it over here. Cut this one and paste this one over here. All right, so what I need to do is to change this one, the icons over here. So this one is what the university icon, the online icon, and then the graduate icon. So come over here and look for the icons that you want to change. This is the university icon. You want to change this one also. Want to go over here and change the online icon, and this one is the graduate icon. Okay, so what we are going to do is we're going to go to style, and then the image size over here, this is 30. Let's make it like a 35. Okay, so if I make it 35, I'll copy this one and then right click over here and paste style over here. Right click over here and paste style. Right click over here and then paste style. Okay, so one thing is you see this button, some are up, some are down, and all those kind of stuff, because the words over here is not the same. Okay, but if you come over here, everything is what is below over here. We want to change it and then make sure that everything is what below. Okay, so let's go over here and then go to layout over here, and then you see this justify over here. We want to say space between, right? The same way applies to over here. Go to it and then give it a space between. Go to this side, also go to the layout and give it a space between, and go to the last one, go to the layout and also give it a space between. Now this makes sure that the button is always down and the top content is also always up. Okay, now let's go ahead and click on publish over here, and let's come over here and then view the website in the home page. And guys, as you can see, this is our website. This is how it looks like. Okay, so we have something similar to what we have over here, right? Yeah, so that is it. Now what we can do is it seems this one is too big, so we can decide to go ahead and reduce the size over here. So instead of 700, we make it like a 600, right? So let's go ahead and come over here and reduce. Yeah, very good. So we have something like this, which is quite okay. Okay, so now that we have this one done, what else? It is up to us to go ahead and build the next section over here. So this is a very simple section. We will do it quickly. So we're gonna come here and then let's look at how this one looks like. Okay, and look at how this one also looks like. So what we are missing right now is to make sure that this one is in line with the logo over here and then the button over here. So because of that, we're going to make where is it? Okay, let me click over here. See, these are some of the reasons why you have to always make sure that you can be able to click this one. Because of that, I'm going to make this one 1280 pixel, right? And publish it. Okay, come over here and make it 1280 pixel, then also publish it. And as you can see, everything is now looking the way we want it, right? Yeah, perfect. Okay, so now I can even go ahead and still give it like a, let's go to advanced over here. Instead of 20, I can give it like a 25. Okay, over here also I'll go ahead and give it like a 25. The same way, instead of 20 padding, I can give it like a 25 all around padding, so that it it fits in very well. Okay, 25. And then with the main container also, I can give it 25. Okay, so I think we are good now. Now the next one is for us to build the second container over here. Now before we bring the second container, I'm going to click on this one and then go to here, unlink the padding and give it a bottom padding of 80 so that there will be space over here. So now I can go ahead and then click on this one, click on the 2-column section over here. With this one, I'm going to make this one also 1280 pixel. And then what I'll do is over here, I'm going to, so 1280 pixel, I'll go to advanced over here, unlink the padding over here. Let me give it like a 50 over here. And then I'll give an 80 at the bottom. And then over here, I can bring this text over here. And what I'll do is I'm just going to copy this one over here, come over here, and then paste it over here. Come over here, click on this one, change this one to Mary weather, change this one to maybe 55. Okay, come to the line height also, change it to like, let's say 65, so that there'll be spaces inside. I'll come to the color, change it to this blue. Okay, the same way, come over here, change this one to also blue. Now we're gonna click here and then give a space like 40 pixel. Okay, so 40 pixel. And then over here also we're gonna drag in a text widget inside, now inside this one we're gonna bring in what we call this text also over here. And then I'll paste this text over here, and this is it. I'll come over here, change the typography to Open Sans. Okay, and change this one to maybe 17 or maybe 18 depending on how you want it, but I think 17 is quite okay. And we can give this one like a 25 or 35. Okay, so the spacing, right, let's give it like a 30. And then we come to here, we drag in a container. All right, so we put in a container over here because we want to put in some buttons over here. So what we're going to do is we click over here and then we drag in button over here, or if you like we can delete this one, and the button that we created over here, we can come over here, copy this one, come over here, come and paste it over here. Okay, just paste it over here, and if you go over here, this is how the button looks like. So all what we need to do is to just make it very nice. So we go to style over here, and then the padding over here, we can unlink the padding and do our own padding. So we can make the top maybe 20, the bottom also 20, here we can make it 40, and then here also make it 40. So it's gonna be something like this. And then instead of this one being transparent, we can give it the color that we want. Okay, so white, it's gonna be something like this. Let's see, yeah, just perfect. And then we come over here, and with this container we want to change the direction to this one, and then we can be able to go ahead and then duplicate this one like this. And then over here we can also change the colors. So instead of this color, we're going to make it something like this. And then when you hover also, instead of this one, we can also let's make it just like this. Yeah, but over here this one will be something like this. So it's gonna be something like this, and you see we are almost done with this part. The only thing we have to do is to say explore programs. So over here, instead of apply now, we can just come over here and say explore programs, and then we can remove this one, and this one also we can remove. We can make the icon as none. So this is how it's going to be like. Okay, so now we are done with this one. We can also publish it. So when we go to the front end over here and we click on refresh, this is how it looks like. It is turning into what we already have, and that is what as perfect as you might want it. All right, guys, so our next section that we're going to create is this particular section over here, and it's also very simple for us to be able to create it. So we're going to go ahead and then do that. So if you look at the section very well, I have one full container over here and then two separate containers, and then inside this container we have a heading widget over here, and then inside this big container there are it's also divided into four different containers inside that container. Okay, and then inside each container is an icon, an image or icon box inside it with how do you call it, a, a button. Okay, so that is exactly what we're going to do. So we're going to go ahead quickly and then create it. So I'm going to get one full container like this. Okay, one full container like this, and then I'll change the width to 1280 pixel. I'll go to the advanced over here on link padding and give it a top padding of 80 and the bottom padding of also 80, and then the how do you call it, the background over here, I'm going to give it a color of this particular color over here, and then inside the container itself I'm going to drag two containers in it, so one here, and I'll duplicate this one also to make it two like this. Okay, and then over here what I'll do is I'll drag in another container inside here, and then also I'll duplicate it 3 times so that it's going to be 4 different containers inside this container. So I'm going to go to the main container over here. This is the main container that houses all the 4, and I'll change it direction to row horizontal. So as you can see, 1 2 3 4. Okay, so 4 different containers inside one over here, and then another one over here, and then if you look at it over here, it's exactly what we have. So this is the first container, this main container, and then 1 2 3 4 different containers inside, and that is exactly what we have. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to copy this one over here, copy this one over here, and then bring it over here, paste it over here, and what I'll do is I'll go to style over here, position it center, and change the color to white. Okay, and as you can see, this is how you have it. And then I'll come over here, and then what I'll do is I'll copy this text, come here, click here, and then paste it over here. Now I'm going to make sure that everything inside the main container, when you go to layout, is going to be center, right? And I'll click on this one, which is the first container in the main container, and then I'll reduce the width to, let's say, 60. Okay, so it's going to be 60, or let me just make it 70 like this. So it's going to be something like this. Now let me come over here and go over here, make sure that I'll reduce this one a little bit to, like, let's say 45, and it's going to be something like this. So as you can see, it looks great over here. Now let's come over here. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to come over here, copy this one. So I'll come over here, okay, and then what I'll do is I'll copy this container, and then come over here, and what I'm going to do is I'm just going to paste style. Okay, so I'm going to paste style like this, and this is how it looks like. Right now, don't worry about this one. Okay, we can just make it 100% if you want. So it's gonna be like this, right? Because all of them are 100%. Okay, so we can make it 100% over here, and it's gonna be like this. Now I just copied the style, and I'm going to just come over here and then remove the background. Okay, so that it's going to be something like this. I just copied the style, and when I go to the border over here, I can change this one. Okay, so let's look at the border over here. It's just white, so I can change this one to, let's say, white over here. So it's going to be something like this, right? Yeah, so I think this is quite okay. Now what I will also do next is just copy inside the icon box over here, and then I'll bring it over here and paste it over here. So it's gonna be something like this. Now don't worry, we're gonna come over here, position it this way, go to content, change this one to white. Okay, so it's gonna be something like this, and then change this one also to white. So we're gonna change this one also to maybe a lighter background like this. So it's gonna be something like this. When you go over here also, we change this one also to white. All right, so now left with the the button over here. So we're gonna come over here, copy this button. Okay, so we're gonna copy this button, and then also come over here, paste it over here. Now you cannot really see it, but let's go over here. Let's go over here, and then the text, let's look at the text. Is gold color. So what we will do is we change the text to our gold color over here. Let's position it in the middle, and then when you come to the the background over here, and what we're going to do is we're going to remove the padding. Okay, we're going to remove the padding over here, and yeah, make the background not visible. So it's going to be something like this. And if you hover on this one, this is how it looks like. Okay, so we've gotten almost what we want, but we have to typography reduce this one a little bit. Okay, we want to reduce the size a little bit. Instead of 14, we'll make it like a 12. Okay, so it's gonna be something like this here. So basically this is quite okay. So now we have this one done. Now all what we need to do is to just change this one from bachelor's degree or bachelor, whatever it is. Copy this one, come over here, go to here, and then we're gonna paste it over here. And I will just cut this one, come here and paste it over here. So as you can see, this is how we look like, right? So now what we'll have to do is to, when we hover, you see that this one changes to what? To yellow. Okay, when you hover on it, it changes to the gold color, and that is exactly what we want it to do. So we want to hover on this one and change it to the gold color. So let's go to border over here, and we go to hover. So when you hover, we want the border also one, but we want it to change to this color. Okay, so this is how it is. When you hover, it changes to this, right? All right, so we can decide to just let it be more lighter. Okay, so let's see how it looks like. Yeah, so this is quite okay. All right, so now that we are done with this, let's see. Yeah, so this is how it looks like. Now that we are done with this, we can now go ahead and duplicate these ones, duplicate them, and then delete the ones that we don't want. We're gonna delete the ones that we don't want. We duplicate these ones, and we delete the ones that, let me push this one over here so we can delete the ones that we don't want. All right, so now that we've done this one, now all what we need to do is to put in the icons. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead, come here, change the icon to the icon that we want. What is the icon? This one. Yes, so we go over here also. What is the icon? Masters AI. So we come here, and we change this one also to AI, and then the next one is communication and MBA. So we go over here also, we come here and we change this one also to communication, and then we change this one also to MBA, this one. All right, so basically, you see, now all what you need to do is to change the details over here, and you are done. I'm not going to go straight to do all those things, but basically we are done. And if you publish it and we go to the front end and we refresh it, see that that section is done. Okay, that section is done, perfectly done. So I'm going to come over here and then reduce this one to 60, 60, and then publish it. Go back over here, and then yes, it's okay. So 60 is too much, so I'm gonna say 55. Come here, go back over here. Oh, okay, so it's supposed to be 65. Yeah, 65, not 55, 65. Yes, very good. So now as you can see, it looks perfectly just like this particular one over here. Okay, and that is it. That is how you can be able to create and design this section the way you see it over here. Okay, so now let's go ahead and then create the next section, which is this particular section over here. Now this section over here is a big 2-column section, so one with the image and then one with the words over here. Now this one has just an image, but inside this one there are so many containers over here. Okay, so if you can see over here, there is one big container, and there is one container like this, and there is another container that houses 2 containers over here, and there is also another container that houses 2 containers over here. There is also another container that houses 2 buttons also over here. So we're going to go ahead and quickly create it. So let's go over here, and we're going to pick these two 2 containers over here, and then 2-column container, and then I'm going to unlink the padding. Go over here, give it a top padding of 80, a bottom padding of 80. Go to layout, change this one to 1280 pixel, and yeah, I'm gonna come over here and give it a 40 pixel gap. Okay, roll and then column, the gap will be 40, and then over here what I'll do is I'm gonna put an image inside. So I'll come over here and place an image over here. Let me see whose image. Yeah, this woman over here. Okay, so is this one? No. Where is it? Oh, there's no way. Okay, this particular one. Yeah, so this one over here, white choosers. Okay, so I'm gonna put this image over here, and I will be left with the words over here. Okay, so what do? I click over here, drag in a container over here, and then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to duplicate this container. Let me see. So 1 2 3 4. Okay, so I'm going to do four main containers. So 1 2, and I will duplicate this one, 3, and then I'm going to duplicate this one to make it also 4. All right, so inside here, what do we have? We have why choose us, and then this particular one over here. So I'm going to go over here and come over here, and then what do? Okay, I don't have nothing I could pick. Okay, so this particular one over here, I'm going to copy this one, and then I'll paste it over here. All right, so what does it say? It says world class blah blah blah. So shipping visionary blah blah blah. So I'm going to duplicate this one to be twice, and then over here, when I come over here, I'll just copy this one and then paste it inside this one. So it's going to be like this. Now come over here, come here, and then just change this one to 25. Okay, if I go to here, it's still 25, but I'm going to change it to, let's say, 18. And if I go to this place also, I'm going to change it to maybe 14. Okay, so let's go back to the desktop mode. We'll really focus on responsive mode, responsiveness, maybe when we are getting to the end, when we are done with the whole desktop thing. But for now, let's go over here. Here it says was shaping visionary, and blah blah blah. So let's look at how it looks like. This is how it looks like, and let's go over here. This one looks smaller. than this one, right? So we're going to come over here and change this one. This is 55. Let's make this one 35. Okay, so let's make it like a 40, right? And then let's go over here and change this one to 55. All right, so let's see how it looks like. Okay, so this is how it looks like. It's still it's supposed to be, you know, just 1 2 3. Okay, so let's try and then see if we can go ahead and then reduce it a little bit smaller, like 35 or like 37. Okay, so something like this, and then this one will be like 45, or maybe 48, and then this one will be 38. All right, so it's gonna be something like this, right? Okay, so now over here, what we're going to do is to come here, then I'm going to just reduce the height to something like this, and then come here and then change this one to this. Okay, now let's look at the next one, which is this container over here. We have two different things in it, so we're gonna go ahead, and what we are going to do is to come here and then copy the image box over here. I'm gonna copy it. Okay, scroll down over here. Inside this one, I'm going to put two different containers inside it. So here, I'll click here and then make it like this, and then I'll just duplicate this one to make it two different containers, as you can see. And then over here, I'll paste this one over here, and then here I'm going to just delete this one, so it's going to be something like this. So as you can see, it looks like this. Now on top over here is what we're gonna write this one, and then here we copy this one and paste it over here. Okay, so I'm going to copy this one and paste this one also over here, and as you can see, we have two different things. One is world-class facility, one is modern environment. So this one is going to be world-class facility, and this one also is going to be modern. It's going to be the description of it. All right, so as you can see, it looks perfectly well. Now we can go to its content. You can even, you know, space in it if you want. So 7. Let's go over here, go to here and make it also 7. Let's go to content of it. You know, you can decide to increase it to, let's say 20. Okay, 20 over here, and then text over here, we can make it 17, right? So I'll just copy this one and then right click over here and paste star, and this is it. Okay guys, this is it. Now what I will do is I'll just duplicate this main container. So I'm going to duplicate this main container over here so that I'll have these two repeated over here, just like we have this one over here, and then I'll copy this one. So let me just copy this whole thing. I'll copy this one, come over here and then paste it over here, and I'll cut this one and come and paste it over here, and I will do same for this one. So I'm going to just leave it for you to do it, and I'm going to delete this container. Okay, now we have just this one container. So what do? Inside this container, we're going to bring our button, right? So we come over here and then we copy the button over here, scroll down and then come and paste it over here. So we have one over here. Now the button, we click on the container over here and then we adjust it direction to be row horizontal. Now we can come over here and also copy this one, come over here and right click and paste. It's gonna be something like this. Now let's look at how this one looks like. This is learn more, this is apply now. So we can go back over here. Apply now is quite okay, but the learn more is what we have to adjust it. So this one says learn more, learn in capital, more in capital. All right, so over here we're gonna give it to about. We're gonna send it to about page, so the link is going to be on about page, and here we're going to give it an arrow. We're going to give it this particular arrow, just like this. And what again, let's go to style over here, and with the style, what we're going to do is over here we're going to give it this one, and here we'll just unlink the just give it a transparent color, and over here we're going to give it this one, so it's going to be something like this. So as you can see, this is how it looks like. Come over here, this is exactly how it looks like. Now of course, if you want, you can reduce the size of the how do you call it, the size of the font over here. Okay, so basically that is it. Now what I'm about to do is I'm going to just click here and then come here and then remove the padding. Okay, do same for this one. Click here, come here, and then remove the padding. Okay, so it's going to be something like this. All right, so with this one I'll click over here, and then I'm going to put it center and center, so that it's going to be in the center, right? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to remove all padding from every container. So over here I also remove the padding over here. When you come over here also, we're going to remove all paddings from the containers. So come here, go to the container padding, go over here, remove the padding, and we are good to go. Come here, remove the padding, go over here and remove the padding also from here. Okay, so as you can see, now we are good to go. So now we can publish this one, and when you come to the front end, let's look at how it looks like. All right, so as you can see, this is how it looks like. It looks perfect. It looks just like what we want, and we are good to go. So our next one is our testimonials, and we're gonna finish that one and then also come to this particular site also. So let's go to here and go to testimonials. So with the testimonials, let's see. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just copy this one. I'm going to copy this one and then paste it over here, because I've seen that some of the things over there is quite almost the same. Now what I'll do is I'm just going to delete the containers inside this thing. I'm going to delete the containers here, just delete everything. Okay, and then what I'll do is over here I'm going to come over here, come to color over here and give it this particular color also. Okay, so over here also I'm going to come over here, go to style, and the background I'm going to change it to the subtle background over here. So it's going to be something like this. As you can see, everything works perfect. Now I'm going to come over here, copy this one, and what I'll do is I'm going to paste it over here, and I'll drag it on top here. Okay, and I'll position it in the middle, and I'll click on this one, go to layout and position everything in the middle. Now why would I do that? Because here I want to say our testimonials. So I'm going to come over here, click here, go here and say our testimonials, and then over here I also say what our students say about us. I'm going to come here, go here and then say what our students say about us. So I want to see how if everything is correct. Okay, so very good. So now we can come over here and put in our testimonials over here. Okay, so this is a carousel over here. As you can see, a slider over here. So we're going to look for testimonials, which is a slider. So this is what we are looking for. So we're going to place it over here. Okay, so as you can see, this is how it looks like. all what you need to do is to change, you know, the things in it. So over here, this testimonial says what? Says so class of blah 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 and all those things. So just change everything and then you're good to go. So all what you need to do is just come over here, change the author name, which is this one. The CEO, you can decide to make it none, okay, because nobody is a CEO. And then the title always the title is what you have to, if you come over here, use this one over here, okay, the class of whatever you call it, right? The masters of whatever you call it, okay. And that is a testimonial. So let's say this is class of 2020. Instead of awesome team, we say class of 2023. And then what does it say? Bachelor of Business Administration. So class of 2023, Bachelor of Business Administration. All right, so as you can see, this is it. Now the image over here, go over here, and then just pick the image that you want to use, and this is how it's going to be like. Now, if you come to the style over here, you can check let's go to meta over here, and then let me see where the image is. Okay, so image border radius, and we can make it like an 80 over here. So as you can see, it's round over here. So you can do so for all of them. So the second one also, come to here, this one also change the image. Okay, you can decide to change the image to maybe this person also over here. And you see, at the moment the image is square, it's gonna be round because of the border radius that you've given. And this guy also changed the image over here, and you have your testimonials done correctly. So over here, just remove the CEO from it. Over here, just remove this one from it, and you are good to go. You can change the colors and all those things. So pagination, you can decide to change it. So what I want to do is to go to settings, and I'll I don't want any pagination, so I'm going to just put it off. I'll go here, and navigation, I'm going to give it this color. Okay, when you hover on it, it's going to be this one. All right, so I can just publish it, and you're good. So just change the content in it, and you're okay, you're good to go. So now, as you can see, we have our section, which is the testimonial section, done and dusted. Now let's go over here and then go to the news, and then news and events. So over here, you can just the same way duplicate this one also. Just duplicate this one. We're going to duplicate this one, and then what we're going to do is we come here, go to style, over here we're going to just make it no color over here, and then what we do is we right click over here, delete this one, and here we say news and event, just like the way they have it over here, news and event. And then over here we just copy this one, campus news and event. All right, so basically just like that. And then inside this container, we're gonna just search for post. Okay, so just look for post, and I'm going to drag in this particular post over here, post widget over here. And as you can see, we only have one post. So I'm going to click on this one, and I'm going to just move this one, and this is what we have. We only have one post in it, but we'll come to this one later on. Okay, so we will just publish it later on. I'm going to create post, and then it will appear over here. Now let's go to the last section, which is the call to action section over here. Now this is also one of the easiest section that you can be able to do. So just create this container over here. Go to here, unlink the padding and give it a top and bottom padding of 80/80. Come here, you can decide to give it, let's say 500, depending on you. Go over here, go to this one, click on this image, and just choose any image that you want to use, and then go to position center, make it fixed, and then also here no repeat, here cover. So it's gonna be something like this, right? All right, so background overlay, click here, choose a color for it. I'm going to choose this one. I'm going to make it like a 90 something, or maybe 80 something, right? So depending on how you want it. So 89, it's quite okay. All right, so now I'm going to come over here and I'm going to put everything center. So justify center, align center, okay? And then inside here is where we will bring our text. So I'm going to copy this text. I'm going to copy this text over here, come here, and then paste it over here. So as you can see, so I will just reduce this one to 900. I'll reduce this one to 900 or 800. Okay, so 800 is quite okay. So that means that the size is becoming smaller. Okay, so 800 pixel, and then over here I'll just copy this one, come over here, click on this, and then change this one to this one. So start your journey now, and then what again, this one also, let's look for something that we can be able to easily use. If not, let's look for this one. So we copy this one, and then we come over here, we paste it over here, come to style, we put it in the middle, we change this one also to white, so something like this, and we come over here, we copy this one, come here, go here, paste it over here. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go over here and then change this one from 38 to maybe 25. Come here, change it to 400. Okay, make this one maybe 30. Okay, so this one is not even giving the fill that I want. So I'm going to come over here, click on this one, and then drag in this text widget over here. And then over here, what I will do is I will copy this one, paste this one over here, paste this one, and then I'm going to style this one rather. So I'm going to delete this one and style this one rather. So I'll click here and then change this one to open sans, this one, give this one maybe 25, and put it in the middle like this. Let's make it like a 28. Okay, and then over here we also make it 25 or 28, or let's say 30 or 35. So 35 is quite okay. Now here we're going to change this one to white. All right, so yeah, it's making sense. Now let's go over here, and we're gonna come over here and remove this one to, like, let's say -30. And here also we're gonna remove it and make it like -20. So it's gonna be something like this. But let me go over here, and over here I'll change it to 40. All right, so I think this one is quite okay. Okay, so you can decide to increase this one to any amount that you want, and then any size that you want. So let's go over here, and then we bring the apply now button. So we're gonna come over here, and what we are looking for is this button, which is already designed. So I'm going to copy it, come here to the last end, paste it over here, and I'll say apply now, and I'm going to go over here and increase this one. All right, so this is it. So now, as you can see, this is also done. This is it. Now let's go over here, let's hover on it, and when you hover, I want everything to be white. So when you hover, I want everything to be white. So this one is supposed to be transparent. Okay, so it's gonna be something like this. All right, so now we can publish it and then take a look at it on the front end. So if you refresh it right now and you scroll down, see how it looks like. Perfect. So the only thing left is for us to bring our blog post over here. Now you need to have blog posts before. Now let's go to the dashboard over here, and to create a blog post is very simple. Go to post over here, okay, and then click on add post. Right, so when you click on add post, let me look at one of the posts over here so we can be able to use it. So we're going to use this particular one over here. So I'll click on this particular post, and this is the title of the post. So I'm just going to copy the title, and as you can see where it says add title, put the title over there. Now with the content of the post, I'm just going to copy and paste, okay, not to waste too much time. So just copy everything, and then I'm gonna paste it over here, but you write your own content, right? So just copy everything and write over it. And then go to post over here, and then you add featured image, right? So let's look at some of the featured. This particular image over here, I'm just going to add this one over here. Now of course you can create categories for it, okay? So over here the category is under news and then event. So what we're going to do is we're going to go categories over here, add category, categories over here, add category, and then we say news and event. And then we can go ahead and click on add, and then we click on publish. All right, so now it is published. Now let's go back over here to all posts, okay, and I want to delete this one. I want to trash this one. All right, now let's go over here and then let's refresh the website. All right, so now let's go through it and go to where the news are, and as you can see, it has been reflected over here. So we have to just edit some few things over here. So I'm going to click over here, and then just style it. Okay, so I'll go to the layout and see how the layout show filters. I don't want to show filter, I don't want to show pagination. Okay, I just want it to be like this. Now let's look at how this one looks like. Let's go to the home page and see how it looks like. Okay, so this is how it looks like. So we have to style it to make it look nicer, just like this one. So what we're going to do is we're going to go to style over here, and then let's try and see if we can give it a border. Okay, so this is the border. Okay, so there's nothing that comes, but let me see, this is the inner, this is everything. Okay, so over here what I'll do is I'll give it a run of 10 over here, because I want to see. Yeah, so this is quite okay. So even the 10 is not good, so I'm going to give it like a 15. All right, so this is great. So this is 15, and let's go to the title over here. So with the title, this is the typography, this is a color over here. So the color, we're going to change it to this one. The typography, we're going to come over here and change it to Merry Weather, and over here we're going to make it like and 19. Okay, let's make it 19. And then the line height, we're gonna make it like 29 or 28. All right, so 28 is quite okay. And let's go ahead to the content itself. So with the content, this is the color and everything. So let's come over here and change it to this color. Okay, so now what again? So let's look at the typography. Change this one to Open Sans. Okay, and then over here we're gonna change it to like a 16 or so. All right, so yeah, so over here also you can give all those things, but let's go to accept and then work on the accept also. So here we're gonna go ahead and change this one to this particular one, change this one to Open Sans, change this one to 16 or 15. Okay, 15 is quite okay. And then let's see if we can give it, you know, a small padding of, let's say like a 10, and see how it looks like. Okay, so we don't need any padding, right? All of them should be in the same line. Okay, now let's go ahead and go to the read more. I'm gonna change this one to this. Okay, now let's go to content over here, and then element over here. And what we're going to do is we're going to delete this one, delete comment, and we have just this one. All right, so now left with one thing that we have to do. Let me go through let me see. So let's go to the wrapper. Okay, so this ones will apply to this. Now let's come over here to the title, content, date, and everything. Okay, so border type over here, we're gonna give it a solid border, and that is what I forgot. So the border type should be solid over here, and the border color, we're gonna give it this one, and we will just reduce it a little bit. Okay, so guys, as you can see, now everything is perfectly done. And now let's go over here to the the accept over here, and the padding, we will unlink the padding over here and give it a top padding of, let's say, 20, so that there will be kind of space. So 20 is too much, so 10. Okay, yeah, very good. And the bottom should be like a 5. Yes. Okay, so now we are good to go. So we can just click on publish and come over here and view it on the front end. All right, so as you can see, everything looks perfect. The only thing is you need to create more, you know, posts over here, and then it will come over here, and that is it. Perfect. So we are done with the home page over here, and as you can see, this is how the home page looks like. Everything looks perfect, exactly the same thing as this one over here. Now the only thing we need to do is to turn this home page into a responsive page, and that is what we are going to do in the next section of this tutorial. All right, guys, so now that we have been able to create the desktop version of the website, now it is time for us to you know, change it to mobile, to make it mobile friendly. Okay, so we're gonna go over here, that is the home page of the website, and then we're gonna go first to tablet, and then we go to mobile. So we're gonna optimize it in such a way that it will be you know, mobile responsive, and then tablet also responsive. So let's click on this tablet mode over here, and then let's go ahead and then make it responsive on tablet. So on tablet, I'm going to click over here, and what I will do is I'll just reduce this one to, let's say, 300. Okay, so this is very good. And then on over here, I will just go ahead and then give it a space. So I'm going to click over here, and then I will just give it a padding. Okay, so top and bottom padding. I'm gonna give it a left and right padding. So I'll give it here, let's say 10, and then here also 10 to give a space to it. And then I'll go to the layout over here, and then I'll just give the layout 10, something like this. And then we come over here to each of the the container, and then we're gonna give it 15 all around. Okay, so make sure that you give it 15 all around. So you have to optimize it in such a way that it will be responsive, and then it will look well, nice on tablet and then mobile. Okay, that's exactly how you're supposed to make your website. So now that we are over here, we're going to click on this one also, and then what we will do is we're going to go to style over here, go to content, and then we'll change this one to 16, or we can change it to maybe 15. And then we can also go ahead to click on this one, and then change this one to, let's say, either 14 or 12. Okay, so something like this. So I'm going to just copy this one, come over here, right click, paste style, right click, paste style, right click over here, and then paste style. So it's going to be like this. Now let's come to the apply now over here, click on this one also, click on here, and then we're going to change this one to, let's say, 10. Okay, so I'm going to right click over here, copy, right click, paste style, right click, paste style, right click, and then paste style. So you see it looks good now. Okay, so you can even go ahead to change the size of the the icons that you have over here, or the images that you have over here. So here it looks good over here. Now let's go over here and then also click over here, and then what we're going to do is I'm going to unlink the pattern over here, give it a top of 40, bottom also of 40, and then I'm going to come over here, give it right 20, left also 20, and then over here I'll click on this heading widget, and then I'll just reduce the size to, let's say, 35. Come over here also to 1.4 em, which is quite okay. And then come here also, we're going to reduce the size of this one to 14. Okay, and then come over here to 1.4 em, or let's say 1.5 em. Okay, very good. So as you can see, there is too much space over here, so I'll click here, go to layout over here, and instead of 40, I'm gonna give it, like, let's say 25. Okay, so 25 is quite okay. And then over here I'll come here and then reduce this one also to 12, and then this one also I'll come here and reduce it to 12, and then the space within here, I'm gonna take away all the spaces. I'll just give it 0, come to layout over here, and I'll give a space of 5, or maybe 10. Okay, and then the individual buttons, I'll go over here and then unlink the pattern over here, give here, let's say 15, give here also 15, give here 30, and give here also 30. All right, so as you can see, that's exactly how I'm going to do this one also. Come here, go down, unlink this one, give here 15, give bottom also 15, give here right 30, left also 30. Okay, so now it looks good. It looks good on tablet also. So now as you can see, everything is looking great. Okay, over here also, here I'm going to just go over here, change it to percentage, and then I'm going to increase this one a little bit, and I'll come here, come to style, click on this one, change it to maybe 35, okay, or maybe, yeah, 32. It depends on how. And then the EM, I'm going to make it 1.5, which is quite okay. So we continue to optimize all of them to make sure that it's very, very looking friendly on just mobile and then tablet also. All right, so we have to also do same for these places also. So over here, what we're going to do is we're going to come over here, go to advanced also over here, and then instead of 25 for both sides, we're going to make it like 15. Okay, we do same over here also, advanced, go here 15. Okay, and then we do so for all the other ones, advanced, also padding 15. We go to advanced, then we go to padding also 15. So you see, this is how it looks like. And we want to go to the individual box, image box also. So we're going to go inside, go to the content also over here, go to the title, and we're going to give a title of 14 for the title. And then over here we're going to give 12. Okay, so just like this. So I'm going to copy this one, I'm going to come over here, paste style, come over here, paste style, come over here and paste style. So it's going to be something like this. All right, so now I'm going to go to the main container itself that houses all these 4 container, and I'm going to just bridge the gap a little bit, so there's too much space over here, so I'm going to just give it 10. Okay, so now it looks quite okay. I'm pleased with this one. I think it's quite okay for me. All right, so now that I'm down over here, now I can go ahead and then also turn this place also into the way I want it. So how do I want it? I want to click over here, and first of all I want to change the direction. Okay, so I want to make it vertical, just like this one. Okay, so vertical like this one, so it's gonna be something like this. And then I want to change this one, remove all these ones if possible, but if not, I'm just gonna leave it like that. And then come over here, and then you see this one, change it to percentage, and then drag it all over, make it 100%. Right, do same for this one also. Click on this one, change this one, make it percentage, and then drag it all over and make it 100%. Now go to the main container itself over here, go to advanced and unlink the padding, give it a top of 40, bottom also of 40, side and side 2020. So we're gonna check the side also, give it 2020 so that there will be space over here. And now what we're going to do is you can decide to reduce the how do you call it, the size of the items over here. But if you think it's okay, you can leave it like that. I'm gonna leave it as it is because I mean it's responsive. All right, so over here also we can just come here, reduce this one also. For instead of 45 we can make it 35, and then we can even change the width to make it 90% over here. And then this one also we can decide to change it, depends on how you want it. Okay, if you think it's okay, you just leave it like that. Now when you come over here also, the same way, we make the width to 90%, and then we can change this one to 35. All right, so I can click over here, go to advanced, unlink this one, and then give it a top of 40, right 20, bottom 40, left 20. Okay, now we can also do same for here, go to advanced, unlink this one, top 40, right 20, bottom 40, left 20. So as you can see, this is how it looks like. Okay, so it's gonna look something like this. Of course, you can decide to click over here, go to it advanced, and give it a pattern of 0. It all depends on how you want to you want your website to looks like. Okay, so now that we are okay with this one, we can go ahead and then go to this place. So over here also, I'm gonna go over here and link this one, give it a top of 40, bottom of 40, right 20, left 20, and then come over here, go to layout, and of course we can reduce this one to anyhow we want it. So let's say 700 or maybe 650. Okay, and then over here we can go ahead and then reduce this one also to maybe 35. Okay, come over here, click on this, reduce this one also to maybe 20. All right, so it all depends on how you want it to be like. So now as you can see, it looks great, it looks good. If you like, you can click over here and even reduce the height a little bit. Okay, so now we are okay. So now this one looks responsive on tablet, and it's good to go. So what we can also do is we can go to mobile and then make sure that it is also responsive on mobile. So to make it responsive on mobile, of course we're gonna do same. So we're gonna come over here and then we will just try as much as possible to reduce the width a little bit. So I'm going to make it like a 180, which is quite okay. And then with this one, what I want is I want to make the size, change it to percentage over here, then make the size maybe 50%, okay, something like this. Or let's make it like 48%, and then come over here also, go to layout, change the size to 50%, and then over here make it 48%, so that it's going to be something like this. Now with this one, if you feel like the gap is too much, of course you can link it together, but I think it's quite okay. All what I need to do is to click over here, go to style over here, and then what I will do is I can go ahead and then unlink this one over here, and then I'll give my own maybe 20 all around, and let me see how it looks like. Okay, so this is quite okay, 20 all around. So now I can click over here and click over here, copy this one, right click over here, and then paste over here. So as you can see, it looks good. If I like, I can even make it 15 all round. Okay, so if the 20 is quite too much, I can make it 15 all round, and which is also quite okay. So I just copy it, right click over here, and then paste style. Okay, so we can do same for all of them, paste style here, and then we paste style. Now let's come over here, click here, go to layout, change this one to percentage, click here, and then 48. Now let's go over here also, click here, go to layout, change this one to percentage, and then 48. All right, so as you can see, it looks perfect, it looks good. I think everything is quite okay for now, and we are good. Now let's go over here, click on this one, change this one to instead of 35, you can change it to 28. Okay, depends on how you want to. And then I will unlink this, I will make it a 0 margin over here, the same way I'm going to make it a 0 padding over here. All right, so yeah, everything looks fine, everything looks great. Even over here I can just click on this one and then reduce this one a little bit. So instead of 100, I'm going to just make it a negative 50, okay, or maybe negative 60, which is quite okay. All right, so now we are okay on this side. Now let's come over here and then reduce the size also a little bit. So 32, we're going to make it 28 or maybe 25. All right, so 25 is quite okay. So over here I'll go to advanced on link. This one 40, 20, 40, 20. Okay, so now what we can do is, this one is also quite okay. We're not going to change anything over here. Everything is quite fine. Now let's go over here, and over here also what we would just do is just to reduce the size a little bit. So we're going to come over here and then change it to 28. Okay, we're going to say 1.5, or let's make it 1.4. And over here we click on this one, go to style, go to content, change this one from this one to 16, and then this one also we change it to 12. Oh yeah, 12 is quite okay. And then we're gonna do same for all of them. So I copy, and then I'll paste style, I'll copy, I'll paste style, and then I'll paste style also over here. So with this one, we want it to be in line. So what I'll do is I'll just click on this one, give it a padding of 0, come over here, give it this one the gap of 5. So I'm gonna give it a gap of 5. Come over here, click on style, and with this one I'm gonna give it 15 all around. Okay, with this one also, come over here, go over here, give it 15 all around. So as you can see, it looks perfect. So now let's go to the gap again. With this one, let's go to the gap again, and instead of 5 we're gonna give it 10. Okay, so that the space will be there. So it looks good, it looks quite okay. So with this one also, I'm gonna just remove the padding over here, and everything is quite okay. Let's remove the padding from the main container also. All right, so now everything looks fine, everything looks perfect. Now let's come over here also. This is also what we want to do. We want to change this one to 28, the EM 1.4, which is quite okay. And then if you like, you can reduce this size, but if you don't, I think everything is fine. The same way, I'm just going to right click, copy, come over here, right click, paste style. All right, so now I think everything is fine. We have this one over here, we click on this one, change it to 28, EM 1.4, 1.5, which is quite okay. Come to the text also, we change this one to maybe 16, EM 1.4, 1.5, which is also quite okay. And then we can go to advanced over here and remove this. This one I'm going to give it -20, and we leave it as it is over here, and we are good to go. So we are done with the mobile responsiveness. We can click on publish over here, and everything looks good. Now let's go to the front end, let's refresh it and see how it looks like. So make sure that you check and see if everything works perfectly for you on both sides, or all the devices. Okay, so over here everything looks fine. Let's check it on this particular device also. So over here you see this one is too small. Okay, the image over here is too small, so we need to make it a little bit bigger. Okay, but if you look at it over here, it looks big, right? But it looks small over here. So let's go to the main the first container over here, and let's just make it like 220 and see how it looks like. So make it 220. Let's go over here and then refresh it and see, because it's supposed to show more of the image, right? Yeah, so let's look at how it looks like. Okay, so this one looks quite okay. This one looks quite okay, but of course you can still make it bigger and all those kind of stuff. So if 220 is not good for you, you can make it like a 250. Okay, so I'm gonna make it like a 250 and see how it looks like on the front end on mobile. All right, so this one looks better, this one looks good. So now our website looks Great, it looks perfect. We are good to go. All right, so now that we have this one set up, now it is up to us to start creating all the other pages. Okay, so the about us page, the academics page, um the admissions, the campus life, and all those things. But I'm not going to create all those pages for you, but I have a template. All those single templates. Yeah, I have it for free. I want to give it out for you. If you go to templateseller.com, you see that you have university website single template. Okay, it is 0. You can just go ahead and then download it. Okay, so when you download it, all what you need to do is a JSON file, right? Is a JSON file. So just download it, and then all what you need to do is to come over here to your pages. You're gonna come to pages over here, click on all pages, and then what you have to do is if it is about us, okay, just click on edit. So you create the page and you click on edit, and then you can import or just import the template. So over here, just edit it with Elementor. Okay, now if you download the template, you're gonna get there is you're gonna get these 2 zip files. So there are 2 files over there. We have the images and the pages, and then the images, right? So you can use it. So these are the the single template file. So you see I have the about us, the academics, the admissions, campus life, news and event, contact, and then apply. Now all these files is there for you for free. Just go ahead and then come over here, click on this folder over here. When you click on it, go to templates over here, and then when you are here, all what you need to do is to click on this particular icon over here. So click on this one, and then it will ask you to either drop or select. So open your folder where you have the template, and then we are looking for about us. So just drag and drop it over here with the about us. It will ask you this particular warning over here. It's a JSON file, yes. So just click and continue, and then we will tell you to enable unfiltered file uploads. Yes, we want to enable it. So when all is done, your file will be imported for you, and then you can be able to insert it into your your website or your page, and then you can just do your editing and other stuff with it. So let's hold on for it to upload for us, and we'll be good to go. All right guys, so as you can see, this is the about us page over here. So all what we need to do is to just, you can decide to go ahead and preview it. So if you go ahead to preview it, you see everything is perfect over here. Okay, so all what you need to do is to go ahead and then insert it inside the page. So we click on insert over here to insert the template inside our page. Okay, so as you can see, the template is now inserted into our page, and without no design, nothing, we've already imported the template over here, and we can go ahead and do our editing and everything that we want to do. And after that, we click on publish over here. Okay, so you can do same for all the other pages. Okay, all the other pages you can do same for it. So if you go to the front end and then you click on about us, you're gonna have an about us page as nicely designed over here for you. All what you need to do is to just edit it with Elementor. Now do same for this one, this one, this one, only if you download the template over here on template seller. So go ahead, download this template over here. It's free, it's listed free over here. Just download. If you want the full version including the home page and everything, that is where you have to get it over here. But if you just want individual pages where you can be able to import, excluding the home page, you can be able to import the about, academics, admission and all other pages, just go ahead and then do so from template seller. Just download it and then just follow the steps I use in getting the about us page done over here. So I think that is all for this tutorial, and this will be able to help you to get design your own university website. So if your university doesn't have a website, or if you are trying to design a website for any university, I think this tutorial will be able to help you. My name is Kobe. See you in the next video. Thank you for watching, and please don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. Please subscribe so that we grow. We are almost at 19,000. I want us to reach 19,000. Please subscribe. Thank you. See you. Bye bye.